Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to 10 actors who cheated with their co-stars. Oh boy. Well, as you can see, point blank. I will never forget. They would not let this scandal right here die. They would never let these two get away with it. It was like, why would you do it? Why would you do it to Jennifer Anderson like that? What did she do to deserve all that? Shut up. It's Angelina Jolie. Jennifer Anderson looked like is Jennifer Anderson is mid. Okay, Angelina Jolie was yeah. Anyways, though, without further ado, let's get right into it.
We could be together was trumped everything and anything.
Welcome to Miss Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for times actors and actresses who were in relationships allegedly got a little too cozy with their co-stars when the camera wasn't rolling.
It was a big, important part of my life.
And falling in love on the set.
Amazing.
Number 10, Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
In addition to working together, I don't know if anyone knows, but you're also married to each other in real life. So yeah,
We get to practice every morning.
Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead tied the knot back in 2022 and seem to be living happily ever after. That's sweet, but how they got there was controversial. In 2016, McGregor and Winstead were both married to other people. Yet, when they met on the set of the Fargo television show, it seems it was meant to be.
Go get him, Tiger.
Now this is where things get a little foggy. The next little while sees both parties separating from their respective spouses and ultimately getting together. What exactly happened while they were with their other partners is unclear, which is why any cheating was alleged. Still, the optics weren't great.
Did you like his mustache?
For the first few months, I did.
Then what? He just didn't.
And then the novelty kind of wore off, I think, a little bit. Yeah. But I love you with any facial hair, you know.
Number 9, Claire Danes and Billy Crudup.
He taught you how to speak and swoon and toss your head, but he never taught you to suffer like a woman.
In 2003, Claire Danes was with musician Ben Lee. Billy Crudup was dating Mary Louise Parker, who was pregnant with their child. However, it was only a matter of time before those relationships ended and a Danes-Crudup one began. Although the bigger issue is that the latter reportedly happened before the former. Near the end of 2003, Crudup and Parker ended their relationship.
One of the most infamous parts of your life was when you had a kind of a famous breakup while you were 7 months pregnant. And to be clear, you are not really writing about that in this book.
The thing is, all reports point to the reason for the separation being him and Danes becoming involved after working together on the film Stage Beauty earlier in the year. It was a pretty big scandal at the time. Danes eventually reflected on the situation, telling Howard Stern, quote, "I was 24. I didn't quite know what those consequences would be."
What does your age have to do with your actions? Why are we putting age? Why is everybody always using age over action for trying to excuse their actions with their age? Why do people do that so much? That irks me so fucking much. You cannot do that. You made that decision. You have to live with that. It don't matter what age you are. If you make a dumb decision, you make a dumb decision. I hate when people do that.
She and Crudup ended it around 2006 to 2007.
Stupid.
I know not
how I lost him.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Not at all. I say it every night.
Number 8, Dominic West and Lily James.
He was one of those vacillator, you know? I am His Highness's dog at Kew. Pray tell me, sir, whose dog are you?
While many cheating scandals lead to separations and divorces, the Dominic West/Lily James kerfuffle had a different outcome. West has been married to Catherine Fitzgerald since 2010. In 2020, photos surfaced of him and his The Pursuit of Love co-star Lily James in Rome getting cozy.
She tells the outlet, "I'm not really willing to talk about that. There is a lot to say, but not now. I'm afraid."
There were pictures of him kissing her, and a witness report essentially confirmed that the PDA was what it looked like. After the news hit the internet, West and Fitzgerald stood by their home together, claiming that their, quote, marriage was strong, end quote, and that they were remaining a couple. As of 2024, the pair remains married.
It was deeply stressful for my wife and my kids, but there were lighter moments. That was the best that came out of it, really.
Number 7, Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton.
We've been having a few big nights out, so we don't really notice we leave the house.
Unless you were living under a rock at the turn of the century, you know about Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton. The story of them hooking up after working together on Pushing Tin made many headlines.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Jolie apparently had a boyfriend at the time, but how many of you remember the fact that actress Laura Dern and Thornton were actually in a serious relationship? It gets worse. Dern apparently was not informed that it was over. As she tells it, she was away for work, and upon her return, she learned that the man she thought was her boyfriend had tied the knot with someone else. She says that she never heard from him again.
Billy allegedly married Angelina while he was still engaged to Laura Dern, who was so blindsided she said it was like a sudden death.
Number 6, Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe. There are some that might have forgotten that the queen of the rom-com was embroiled in a major affair back in 2000. Indeed, Meg Ryan had been married to actor Dennis Quaid since 1991.
This is life. Right here. Right now. Take it.
But then, she and Russell Crowe were co-stars on Proof of Life. Crowe and Ryan reportedly began an affair, and it wasn't long before their relationship came to light.
Just tell me you know how much you mean to me.
So we're even.
No, we'll never be even.
That in turn seemingly marked the end of Ryan and Quaid's marriage. She has reportedly made it clear, though, that the relationship was already on the rocks before Crowe entered the picture, saying he was not the reason for its demise.
We're friendly.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. And obviously, we did a really good job co-parenting because look at the result.
Number 5, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
I thought you weren't gonna watch.
I lied.
Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise were one of the true it couples of the 1990s. Many might know that they first got to know each other while working on Days of Thunder. At the time, he and Mimi Rogers were still technically married.
But you never said things like, we want to keep our marriage and our careers all separate. You never got into that sort of discussion.
Not really.
Kidman and Cruise apparently met sometime in late 1989 or early 1990, around the time of his separation. We don't have details, but by February of the latter year, Cruise and Rogers' divorce was official. A few months later in December, he and Kidman tied the knot.
That was like huge. And, it obviously changed my life.
Tom and Nicole made 2 more movies together during their marriage, Far and Away and Eyes Wide Shut, before eventually getting divorced in 2001. Number 4, Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher.
You like me because I'm a scoundrel. There aren't enough scoundrels in your life.
I happen to like nice men.
We're talking about Han Solo and Princess Leia. We're also talking about a torrid affair that didn't come to light publicly until roughly 40 years after it happened. There may have been rumors, but it wasn't until Carrie Fisher's 2016 autobiography, The Princess Diarist, that the information was confirmed.
And I do find this extraordinary. So 40 years ago, you have this affair over the months of the movie, and you say you literally never spoke about it again.
Indeed, Fisher told of how at the age of 19, she had a 3-month-long affair with her older co-star. Ford had a wife and kids, but the tryst was intense, and she reportedly admitting to wishing he would end things with his spouse so they could really be together. He didn't.
Did you think you were in love, Carrie, at that time?
I think eventually I did think you don't...
When you're 19,
yeah.
you feel it. And it's Harrison
Ford.
Number 3, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
It's not a 1 to 10 scenario. It's a basic question. How often do you have sex?
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt were two of the biggest, most talked about stars in the 2000s. However, not all the publicity was positive. While they were working on Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Pitt was married to another huge name, Jennifer Aniston. They revealed they had broken up in January 2005, leading to loads of speculation about his subsequent relationship.
Have you had to shed some tears? You had to have some moments where you thought, like, oh my God.
Come on now, dog.
Yeah, please.
Now, we should mention that both Jolie and Pitt have denied there was any cheating. However, they have both also admitted to developing feelings while filming that movie during the summer of 2004.
It was highly speculated that Angelina was the cause of Brad and Jen's divorce. Both denied ever having an affair while Brad was married, but Brad has acknowledged that they fell in love on set.
They got married in 2014, and their divorce was finalized in 2019. Abuse allegations against Pitt have emerged. Number 2, Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall.
Sometimes I know exactly what you're going to say. Most of the time. The other times... you're just a stinker.
Unlike many leading men of the classic Hollywood era, Humphrey Bogart didn't have affairs with all of his leading ladies. But when he met Lauren Bacall, it seems there were no rules. The film was 1944's To Have and Have Not. And while the 44-year-old Bogart was a married man, the attraction to the much younger Bacall couldn't be denied.
Why don't you shave and we'll try it again.
The latter's mother wasn't happy about it, and neither was the director, Howard Hawks, but that didn't stop either of them. This wasn't just a fling, either. The couple got married in 1945 and were together until Bogart's death in 1957.
Damn.
Did you have reservations about marrying him?
None.
None.
None. Well, when you're 20 years old, why would I have a reservation?
Well, he's 40, whatever he was.
I didn't care.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg. Their affair led to his...
Even though it's Whoopi Goldberg, I mean, I think we can all attest, ain't no brothers running up to Whoopi Goldberg talk about some be mine.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
But I gotta do it though. I gotta do it though.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Even though ain't nobody trying to run up and get Whoopi Goldberg, I mean, if the white delegation want her, they can have her. But I had to do it for the video. We got to do it for the comedy. We got to keep the continuity over here.
His second divorce.
This could get complicated.
Don't worry, I've done it before.
Bet you have.
John Malkovich and Michelle Pfeiffer. They were married to other people, but got together while filming Dangerous Liaisons.
Finally dawned on me. I was in love. For the first time in my life, I knew it was hopeless, but that didn't matter to me. And it's not that I want to have you. All I want is to deserve you.
Kenneth Branagh and Helena Bonham Carter. Branagh was married when he and Carter got together on the set of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
I want you so much.
I'll be here when you return.
Melanie Griffith and Antonio Banderas. They were both married when they began their affair while filming Too Much.
Don't you ever cry?
Oh, yeah, sure I do. Whenever I pay taxes, which isn't often anyway.
You're crazy.
So are you.
A match made in heaven.
Ryan Phillippe and Abby Cornish.
God
Phillippe's
damn.
marriage to Reese Witherspoon was apparently in trouble prior to the alleged affair.
You okay?
Cross that border, ain't gonna be me coming up the other side, Mitch. It's gonna be the ghost of me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton.
We can talk alone, you and I.
When would you return?
In an hour, no more than 2.
How long would you stay?
Until we had nothing more to say.
Elizabeth Taylor was married 8 times, but no unions were more scrutinized than her 2 marriages to Richard Burton. It wasn't the first time she had a relationship begin with an affair. When she met Burton on the set of Cleopatra, she was married to Eddie Fisher, whom she had gotten with when he was still Debbie Reynolds' husband. Burton was also married at this point, but he and Taylor embarked on a major affair nonetheless.
You filled my life
Nasty bitch.
like a great noise that I hear everywhere in my heart. I want to be free of you, of wanting you.
It was so scandalous, even the Vatican got involved criticizing
Give me
them.
what I want!
Still, became one of the most talked about Hollywood couples ever. They wed in 1964 and got a divorce in 1974, before tying the knot again the following year and ending things for good in 1976.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Doing more together? If I can con him into it.
If she asks me, I...
Which of these scandalous relationships surprised you the most?
Alrighty, that's go about do it for this one. I was expecting a couple of more relationships, you know what I'm saying? I was expecting a couple of more, you know what I'm saying, than these. You know, I understand that this is the mayonnaise and the tuna. I'm not very informed on the mayonnaise and the tuna. I'm more delegated to the hot sauce and the fried chicken, but I'm more relegated to that side. But you know, it is what it is, you know. Yeah. This by far was the most memorable one because they would not let these two slide. I think from 04 to about 07, they would not let these two slide. They stayed on the news. It's like, bro, by 2007, it's like, bro, let them live, bro. It's over with. Jennifer Anderson done moved on, bro. It's okay. They let them be with them, bro. If they want to be in a marriage like that, then let them be in a marriage like that, you know? But anyways, though, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, peace out.